Drop my hook. So loud. Sorry. Let me lower this volume. Shoot. That's loud. Okay. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Karen. I'm doing good, Samantha. How about you? Oh, let me see. I want to hold on to that, Justin. Thank you. I'm very tired today. I just got back from a little weekend trip with me and Chester and I went with my husband. He went to go see if he can get a deer, maybe bring it back home. Didn't happen. It's been several years now since he's brought anything back home. So I think he just should not even bother anymore. It's just basically a waste of time and money and effort and gas and everything else. But we did have a little bit of fun there. We went to a winery. Sorry, I'm a little bit combusted today. And I am very, very worn out from the car trip. It wasn't that far. It was 4 hours away. We've gone farther. But for some reason, Zach is here. He's saying bonjour and hola and aloha. He is international Zach. Oh, and Zach is in a different spot? Samantha, are you asking me where I'm from? Or are you asking somebody in the chat? Because I'm from Chicago. I live in Chicago. And we went to, we didn't leave Illinois this weekend, but might as well have been a different planet because things are different. Things were different there. Illinois is pretty big. It's not as big as Texas, but it's pretty big. And there's a lot of different people who live here. Samantha, it is 2:26. Yeah, my husband's saying that he's from Chicago. I guess he could say that. He's been here almost 35 years. Technically, he's from the Philippines. But I digress. I'm just working on a hooded scarf. A hooded scarf? Or is it a hooded shawl? Can't remember what it's called in the pattern. But anyway, it looks like a scarf, but it's got a hood. And I started it on, I think it was Thursday. I started it Thursday night. And I didn't get, it looks like I didn't do much. However, it is quite a long, I mean, by long, I mean, you start out with a chain of 247. So that first row is kind of, it kind of gets on your nerves after a while. Let's see. I have my yarn in a bowl, but kind of got a little barfed up here. Cammy has lived in the same house his entire life. I can't say the same thing. I've moved many times. Many people think I enjoy moving. I don't hate moving. I feel like it's a little bit fun to move, you know? I'm trying not to create more barf. Okay, how am I going to do this? Let's see here. Okay. Oh. I almost feel like cutting this. Oh, Zach has been in the same house his entire life too? Wow. I know a few people who've not moved to many places. What I like about moving mostly is getting rid of a lot of junk in the house in between moves, you know? All right, here. I think I got everything set up here, nice and neat. Just crochet away. I gotta be drinking my water. Okay, let's see. Let's check on something. All right. Looks like we got a little. Looks like we had a lot. It looks like we had a mass exodus just now. Hopefully, some more people will come on and say hello. Oh shoot! This yarn. Cami says, Zach, at least your parents have someone to take care of them when they're older. That's a good way of putting it, Cami. Well, it's kind of chilly today in Chicago. 43, but very sunny. I don't think it's very windy out. So, and that's a big difference from this weekend. This weekend it was very cold. I think we got nothing stuck, but we got a little flurries. So, and I've been lately resisting the urge to play Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas because it's not Christmas time yet. And um, however, I noticed in many stores this weekend there was a lot of Christmas stuff going on, a lot of Christmas items, a lot of Christmas candy, a lot of Christmas booze, a lot of Christmas decorations, and so many advent calendars out there for sale. So many advent calendars. And, the fact that every advent calendar has at least 25 items to open, and add inflation, you're looking at $30 per calendar at least. I saw all kinds of advent calendars. There was boozy advent calendars. There was Lego advent calendars. There was toys. There was um, dog treats, cat treats. I didn't see any advent calendars. I couldn't even find any on Amazon. Not a one. That's kind of sad because if I would buy any advent calendar, of course, I would buy a yarny one. A boozy one is fun, but they're so expensive. And how do you know for sure you're going to like every single bottle of whatever you get, There was winey ones, there was beer ones, there was hard seltzer ones, there was tequila ones, very expensive, and there's no guarantee you're gonna like them all. But um, Cammy wants the booze one. Yeah, I bet you wouldn't want to pay for it though. I know, Cammy, they're already playing Christmas music as of November 1st. Oh, Cameron or Zach went to punch in, or Zach punched in and he needs to go. Oh, he should have punched in. Well, what was I going to say? Um, Speaking of booze, we did go to a winery this weekend, and that was fun. We did do a flight of wine, and then we did a wine tasting. So the flight of wine is 3 different kinds of wine, and they're like 2 ounces of wine each, and that's a flight. And a wine tasting is 6 different kinds of wine, but half an ounce. So you're just tasting each wine. And it was a good amount. We had one flight each, and we had a tasting. So that was about 16 ounces of wine between the two of us. So about 8 ounces of wine. I didn't finish all the wine. Some of them were just not tasty, not very tasty. I mean, tequila and I don't get along very well with each other. Yeah. Well, hey, hook that yarn, Crystal. Hi, how are you? Um, um, well, what was I saying? So some of them weren't very tasty. I wouldn't say that they tasted horrible, but there was one called Concord grape wine, and I tried it, and it tasted just like the communion juice that you would drink at church. I know not all churches have the liquid to drink; they just have the wafer. But our church has both the the cracker and then the juice. And they used to pass. They used to. Excuse me. They used to pass trays of juice that are already poured out, pre-poured. Now they have like packets. They're sealed, so they're packets, and there's no trays that pass out. You Before you enter the sanctuary, you grab one, you know, or someone hands you one. So you're not sticking everybody's hands are not sticking being stuck all the way. Hey, Yo Glow is here. How are you? And Cam is having his favorite subs for dinner. Tubby's sub. That sounds delicious. Um, but yeah, the wine to me tasted like communion drink, and everybody there agreed. Everybody who worked there, everybody who tried it agreed. It tastes like communion, and it was okay. It's not a bad tasting drink, but I, to drink 2 ounces of it, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it was a lot. I didn't finish it. Then my husband got a raspberry wine. Ugh, I didn't even try that. I don't like raspberry. Then Cami prefers sweet wine and very dry champagne. I think I shall agree with you, Cami. Um, Now, I had one called Wedding Cake, and it was an almondy flavor. And there was an allergen warning there, of course. But it was called Wedding Cake, and it was very good. And I can't imagine drinking more than 2 ounces of it. It was 2 ounces was enough for me. And so I didn't get a whole bottle of it, but I enjoyed that. Um, and then there was one called Mary Mary Cranberry. Delicious, delicious. If you like cranberry juice, you would like this. And they told you that before. You're not going to like it unless you like cranberry juice. And I told her, I do like cranberry juice. And she said, well, try it. And that one, my husband and I both enjoyed. And so we brought home a bottle of that. I don't know when I'm going to open it because it was $18 for a bottle. I'm pretty cheap when it comes to wine. I like my Aldi Winking Owl wine. That's enough for me. $3, not even $3. And it's delicious. And so that's what I get. I don't like to spend too much on wine. I'm a cheapskate. And Hook That Yarn likes white wine. You prefer Moscato and sweet wine. So, yeah, I like sweet, but not that sweet. Moscato is a little bit too sweet for me. If I'm going to go sweet, I would do a sangria. I did try one wine called a sangarita. So it was a cross between a sangria and a margarita. And it was a lighter wine. Sangarita, it was called. It was okay. Wasn't my favorite, but it was just okay. My sister got me a bottle of blackberry wine for my birthday in 2020, and I thought it was really delicious. But then again, blackberries are my favorite berries. Yeah, cranberries are my favorite berries, so it's a no wonder I like the Mary Mary cranberry. And there's a little picture of Santa Claus on the bottom, on the bottle. And there was this wonderful little Christmas tree. I will show it to you. Hey, King Morgan, there was this Christmas tree. This is my kind of Christmas tree. I shall show you. Okay, let's see if I can find this picture because my eyes are pretty bad right now. Okay, can you see this Christmas tree? It is a Christmas tree made with empty bottles of wine. Isn't that a great idea? That's my next Christmas tree right there. That's not that's not bad. And there was a jalapeno wine. Look at that one. I I had my husband try that one, and he couldn't take more than a half a sip of that jalapeno wine. He couldn't do it. But that's how much wine they give you for a flight. See, it's in a little merry-go-round, you know, very little wine. But you sit and you eat your they have crackers, they have cheese, they have little meats. Um, so we had fun, and they enjoyed having Chester there, and everybody they started, paying so much attention to Chester, and then the lady, the bartender, I guess she's the bartender, she apologized. She goes, "I'm so sorry. I see that he's a service dog. I shouldn't be gushing over him." And I said, "Though that's okay. I don't mind. I'm not that kind of a owner that I don't allow people to pet my dog." And you could put lights inside, and they would be lit. Yes, yeah. I don't I don't drink that much wine that I would have that many bottles to make. But my suggestion was, those little bottles of wine, those mini bottles of wine. Now that I would be able to collect. Or like those sample liquor bottles. Maybe I could make a tree out of those, a mini tree. I should probably ask people to collect them for me. Because it would take me years to collect that many bottles. Hey, Miss Granny D. The charcuterie board. I can't spell. I know what you mean. Yeah, they have a charcuterie boards, but they were very very fancy. A lot of that stuff I don't eat, so I skipped it. And um, what I did was I told my husband, because they sold water. They didn't even give you water to cleanse your palate. I told my husband, go in the car, get us 2 bottles of water, and get us a handful of pretzels because we have pretzels for the hotel. And Cammy says he has decided not to put his Christmas tree up in his bedroom. He's just going to just put some up, put some Christmas decor in his bedroom. Um, Cammy, same. So I need about, that tree looks like it took about, I don't know, at least 30 bottles, maybe 50 bottles of wine. So that would take me a while to collect that many bottles. And I don't know. I like to throw away things too. So I could see myself starting to save bottles and then be like, forget it. I don't want all these bottles in my home. Yeah, but yeah, I might ask people because I mean, let's face it, I live in a big building. Even if I put a little sign on the bulletin board, drop off your wine bottles or little tiny liquor bottles in my unit, that's a lot of people. I bet I can collect a lot. I'm sure at least half of the people drink some kind of beverage, adult beverage. Okay, let's see. Yeah, but and then the fact that they were pretty bottles, like they all were very colorful animations on the front bottles. Um, I it was cute, but yeah. So originally, I was mentioning how everything has gotten Christmassy around here, um, and everywhere I everywhere I shopped, whatever grocery store I went to, every store had a bunch of turkeys. Every store is stocked up with turkeys. So I think I shall probably be getting mine by this weekend. I'm not going to get a big one though, because there's only 3.5 people in my family that will eat it, that are here to eat it. There's me, my husband, my son, and my Chester. That's the half. Um, we'll have some turkey, and then the rest. I mean, I don't like turkey left over for more after more than 2 days. And I tried to make turkey soup one year, and never again. It was the worst soup I ever made. Oh yeah, Crystal, that would be cool. Yeah, I I just might do that. I don't know. There's plenty of time between now and Christmas. I don't know, but where would I store those bottles? You know, I would need a good box with dividers to store that, but I don't know. So that's why I was thinking a mini version of that tree would be good. A mini version. So, yeah. But I don't know where they got the base for that. I suppose they sell those on Amazon, probably. And you just put the bottles on the whatever, on the rack. It's a rack. So I'm just trying to get some crochet done, and I did a little bit of crochet in the room, the hotel room, while my husband was hunting, and I put myself to sleep. I was so relaxed in the hotel, and they had a fireplace in the hotel, which was nice. That was the nicest part of the hotel, was the fireplace. There was a lot of weird stuff in the hotel. There was a weird hotel that I stood in. Never experienced anything like it. There was an actual window that divided the bed area and the bathroom. There was a window. So, you wanted to talk while you're going to the bathroom to the person that's in the other part of the hotel room. There was just, you could see that person. And I was just looking and looking to see if There was a way where I can not be exposed while using the bathroom. I couldn't find any spot, and I went to I went to the front desk and I said, "Stupid question. Is there a possible way to get some privacy in the bathroom? You know, by any chance?" Cause yeah, what if I was there with my teenage kids, with my teenage sons? What if I was staying with them? I don't know. Whoever thought of that um, has, you know, no problem with privacy, or I don't, or the lack thereof. I mean, it was just ew. It's not like we were in a foreign country. I could see maybe it's a culture thing. Maybe that's their culture. But we were in Illinois. We were in the same state. I I don't know. Well, whatever. I don't know. But anyway, the guy said, no, just deal with it. So, whatever. Uh, yeah. So, what else? The jacuzzi didn't work in the bathroom. Oh, look, my watch says winter weather advisory issued for Tuesday for the Chicago area. Isn't that wonderful? Winter weather advisory. Beautiful. Well, I'm in the house. I don't have to go anywhere, which is good. Um, and it was nice because I don't know if how many of you guys were here last week. I told everybody that I got a new toy. I got a smart thermometer. So you connect it to your phone, and I was in the hotel able to control the weather in my home from my phone. It was very nice because when my son, I saw that he had left for work. He wasn't going to be home for at least 8 hours. He doesn't really know because, most people don't realize I could turn the heat down. I won't need it. So I turned down the heat and I put myself a timer for when he was going to get off of work, and I raised it up for him so he could have it nice and warm. And then at night, like during the middle of the night, I adjusted the temperature again because we don't need the heat during the night while we sleep. We don't need it. But it is nice to, before you get out of bed, to have the heat turn on instead of getting up in the middle, like early in the morning, and then going to the thermometer, and then turning on the heat. You could just do it from your phone. Oh, you need the chill now? Tuesday and Wednesday, Gloria? Oh, I'm sure we'll just we're just gonna park here in the cold for a few months, you know. But today it's in the 40s, so that's actually pretty warm for this time of year. It's pretty warm and much better than yesterday. Yesterday was in the 20s. It was it was just so cold. When I left Chicago area. When I left the Chicago area on Friday morning, it was warm like this right now, 45, 46 degrees and sunny. And so mm, I was crocheting for a bit in the car, and then I always fall asleep in the car, always. So I woke up and we were in, it's almost Iowa where we are, where we stay. And my husband was like, I'm going to drop you off at the store before we go into the dead middle of nowhere. So this is the last grocery store before we, you know, head into the resort. Get some, they call them provisions. It says the word provisions. Get some provisions. So, because there's a little kitchenette and there's no breakfast, there's no food at all whatsoever in the resort. No food served. There's a little grocery store that they have, which everything is overpriced in that little grocery store. But then there's the grocery store before the last town before you get into the middle of nowhere. So he drops me off by the grocery store, and I get out of the car, and I'm in, just a thin hoodie. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell? The temperature dropped about 30 degrees, and it was so cold. And I walked in the store, and I'm like, buying what I need. And inflation hit that part of Illinois like nobody's business. I thought inflation here in Chicago was bad, but oh my gosh. Stuff that I would normally pay, let's say if something was $10 over there, it was about $18. And like I said, they have a convenience store. That wasn't even the convenience store price. I did check out the convenience store price because, let me tell you, while we were in the store, in the grocery store, my husband texts one of his friends that lives in the middle of nowhere area. They retired there. So she lives in the middle of nowhere with her husband. They're retired. And he says, I'm at the grocery store. Do you need anything? She never answered him. Right? Okay. So she didn't answer him. An hour later, she answers him. Yes, I need some milk. So my husband and I were already at the resort, and we get the text, she needs some milk. And before we meet her to this restaurant we met her at with her husband and some other friends, he decides to go to the little country convenience store in the resort to get her some milk. And do you know how much a gallon of milk, 2% milk, costs at the convenience store? $5.99. $5.99. It's a lot of money for me. I wanted to get her a half a gallon of milk, but I know my husband. He's not. He doesn't believe that anyone should buy ever a half a gallon of milk. So I bought her the whole gallon, and I'm like, she better drink every drop of this milk because milk is expensive. I mean, it was just crazy. I've paid $4 for a gallon of milk here, and I thought that was expensive. So, $6, that's outrageous. Whatever. I'm supposed to do 12 rows of this, 12 rows, and then do another one. So let me see how many rows I have so far. One, two, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I'm about to finish row number 7, so I still have 5 more rows to go. Then I have to make another one. So I'm just going to park it here for a while, which is why I decided to work on this while I'm live, because I need to hurry up. I want to use it soon because I think it'll be so cute. Chester is exhausted. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm about to start on row 8. This is a very easy pattern. It's a 1 row repeat. It's just a V-stitch in every V-stitch. And when I say V-stitch, means a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. That's it. Is that Natural Nene here? Hello. And Lauren here. How you doing, Lauren? What was I gonna say? V-stitch. We're talking about V-stitch. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I rarely go on Facebook with my Hook Crochet account. I have my regular Sandy account, and I'm only friends with anyone who's related to me by blood or marriage. That's all I have on Facebook. I don't really have any. I don't have a lot of friends on that channel, on that Facebook. Maybe if they're, older friends or somebody I crochet with in real life. But then I have my Hook Crochet account, and I rarely go on there, but I think I'm going to be trying to go on there more often, because I saw that there was a lot of friend requests that I didn't know that I had on that account. So I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't know. I guess I need to start. Something's going on in the hallway. Some screaming. Some screaming. I don't know. I don't know. Either some screaming or fighting. There was in the hotel room, the walls were paper thin, and the ceiling, you could hear everybody walk. I could hear the person above me singing in the bathtub. And, wonderful, you are taking a bath and you're singing, but I don't want to hear you singing. There was a woman decided to leave her hotel room and go on her cell phone, and walk the hallways, just the talking. It's about 12:15 a.m. Just talking down the hallway, really loud. We went to the downtown area and we were shopping, doing some window shopping. Um, this man is walking past me and he let out this loudest, suddenly, most sudden, the loudest, most sudden sneeze ever. Well, my eardrum almost popped. And I'm like, and his girlfriend's like, "What is wrong with you?" Girlfriend, wife, I don't know. The person who was with him. So start walking again. And the lady, there's a couple ladies walking towards me. And this one lady, she's like, "I hope he didn't have COVID." Great. I didn't think of that, but nice that you put that in my head. I don't need to bring that back as a souvenir. Which is probably good that I didn't go to the chiropractor today. It's not my normal day to go to the chiropractor anyway. Last week was, and I missed last week because I had a foot thing. So I haven't had a visit to the chiropractor. It's been about 3 weeks now. And my next appointment is next week. It will be 4 weeks. That's a long time for me to be without a chiropractor adjustment. But he did ask me if I wanted to come in today, and I declined. I think I was out of town around different germs. I don't think it would be very responsible of me to go to his office because I just, if I did bring home anything, I would like to not share it, with anybody. Don't get me wrong, I was very careful. I do wash my hands a lot. So much that I had to like put gloves of hand cream on in between because that the water is so dry and the soap is so dry. Anybody working on anything new? Anybody start a new whip? It's always fun to start a new whip. I'm hoping this is the last whip I start for a while. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm actually going to have to start another one too. So that'll be, how many whips will I have going on? One, two, then three, then four, then five, six. I think I'll have six whips at least. So 6 or 7. So I'll just have a lot going on as far as yarn stuff. Oh, let's see, what time is it? I don't want to be late. We got about 20 more minutes. I didn't really get much. I don't know. I didn't have quite an. I didn't have much of an appetite today, and neither did Chester. He didn't even eat his breakfast. That's so um, rare that he doesn't eat his breakfast. However, he did eat a lot. He pigged out a lot throughout the weekend. I mean, he doesn't eat any junk food, but he ate a lot of good stuff. You know, I had the best salad in there's this we didn't stay in a ski resort. We stayed in like a different kind of resort. But there's a ski resort not far from the resort that we stayed in, and we went to eat there. And I had a really good salad there. It was a chicken salad, not a chicken salad, but a salad with chicken in there. Um, but I, um, hey Liz, I asked what the soup of the day was, and the woman said to me, hamburger mashed potato was the soup. And I thought, what? Hamburger mashed potato is your soup? I said, do you have cups of soup? She says, no, we only have bowls. And I said, well, how much is a bowl of soup? And she said it was $6. And I'm like, okay, I'm not willing to try out a soup for $6 because I might not like the soup. So she comes back after a few minutes with a tiny, tiny little tiny sample of the soup. I thought that was very nice of her. So I tried the soup, hamburger mashed potato. I wanted to see what that tastes like. What is a hamburger mashed potato soup? It was the most disgusting soup I've ever had. Yeah, I described it as this is something you would like if you were drunk. You would have a taste for this if you were drunk. But other than that, no. And I'm glad she let me try it, and I'm glad I didn't spend $6 for a bowl of it. Cause holy cow, even the temperature was warm. Anyway, um, she came back and she asked me, "So how did you like the soup?" I didn't want to be rude and say it was disgusting, so I said, "I'm glad you let me try it. Thank you." That's all I said. I said, "I'm glad you let me try it." Hamburger mashed potato. I mean, the hamburger that was in there, it was like very, very, very crumbly meat. And the mashed potato, I mean, it was just like cream and potato soup. It, mashed potato, I don't think so. There wasn't even chunks of mashed potato in there. It was just very liquidy cream and potato soup with very, very like with Taco Bell meat that you had like Taco Bell taco, the meat inside of a Taco Bell taco, and make that even smaller texture, and then throw in some cream and potato soup and water it up a little bit. That would, and then not too, don't warm it up too much. So after you boil it, stick it out, stick it in the freezer for about 10 minutes, and then serve it. That's what it tastes like. So there you go. Is VJ here? Yes. Hi, VJ. No, it was horrible. Hamburger mashed potato soup. It was, it almost kind of makes me like I could probably make a good hamburger mashed potato soup. You know, that's kind of like sort of what not to make it taste like. Anyway, but the salad, so she brought me the taste of that soup before the salad. So I kind of was like a little afraid of, because that salad was the only thing on the menu that I could have. Not that I'm allergic to anything, but I don't eat seafood. And I'm very picky. So really the only thing on the menu that I could have was a salad with grilled chicken in it. And but that salad was the best salad I ever had. Yeah, really good salad. It had mixed greens. It had walnuts. It had like a vinaigrette dressing that you put yourself. It had the grape tomatoes, which I didn't eat because I don't eat those. And it had, I can't remember what other stuff it had, but nothing, not too many things. I don't like too many things in my salad. So that was pretty good. Oh my gosh, I am getting a cramp in my thigh, on the side of my thigh. I'm getting like the worst cramp ever. Ugh, because I need to drink water. I need to get the fluids moving around. I don't know, but I thought about having another cup of coffee. I woke up so sleepy today. Very sleepy. As if I took a sleeping pill. I don't know why some days I have nights like that. I wake up and I can't even open my eyes. It feels like I took an Ambien and I'm just going like, what happened? Who slipped me and Mickey? So, um, I'm waiting on a check to come in the mail. I hate I hate that. Every day I go down to my mailbox and I'm thinking today's the day I'm going to get the check because it should be here any day now. Should have been here. It should have been here 2 weeks ago. So for 2 weeks I've been looking in my mailbox thinking today's going to be the day I'm going to get the check. Nope. And I don't want to call the place that's supposed to send me the check and say, when can I expect the check? I don't want to seem desperate, but it would be nice to know. And it's just extra money. It's nothing that I um, budgeted. It's just extra money. So it's not like I need it. It would be nice to have it, but you know, I'm just thinking today's the day. Nope, it's not in the mail. I came home this weekend. I thought, oh, it's going to be in the mail from Saturday's mail. No, so I don't know. And then there's a another thing going on. Now this is a refund that my husband purchased something from Amazon. Big purchase, big ticket item, and he bought that thing and he used it a couple times. Nothing edible, of course, not edible. Not an item, not a clothing item or anything. Nothing that if you used, you would get it germy or anything. It's nothing like that. But he thought about it and he said, what am I doing with such an expensive item? Let me return it. And he also saw that it was on sale at Amazon for significantly less. So he said, you know what? I can very easily return this item and buy it at a cheaper cost, you know? So he returned that item last month. And then we realized, did we ever get the refund for that item? And so I went to go check on it. And you know how you return your Amazon item? Um, you can either choose to have Amazon pick it up. You can drop it off at Kohl's, or you could drop it off at Whole Foods, or you could drop it off at Amazon Locker. And that's the only choice they gave us, was to drop it off at an Amazon Locker. So it gives you the information you'll need to drop it off, what locker to go to, and they give you a little combination code to open the locker up, everything. So we did that, and we realized it had been several weeks and no, yeah. I hope that's not what happened, Liz. Uh, so no refund. So I chatted with an Amazon rep, and they said, "Oops, sorry. We'll have it to you in 3 to 5 business days." Okay. I said, "Was there something that I forgot to do?" You know, and the chatter said, "Nope. Sorry for the inconvenience." I said, "Okay." So 5 business days passed and no refund. And it said, "We still haven't received your item. We'll let you know what happens when we receive it." I opened up another chat and I said, "What is going on? Several days ago, you told me it would be in my account. By now, we're looking at a month now." And the chatter says to me, "After it becomes a month, then talk to us. Until then, don't bother us." That's pretty much what she said to me. And she goes, "Anything else I could help you with?" I said, "Yes, you can help me to understand where it says in your, whatever, I don't know what word I use, where it says that I would be waiting at least a month before you can even just open up a chat about my refund." And she says, "Goodbye." So in about 3 days, it's going to be that 30-day period. And I best will open up another chat if I have to. This is ridiculous. It just is. It's that Jeanette here. Jeanette, how are you liking this weather? Cold weekend and warmer warmer Monday. And now it's going to be cold. See? Hope I bring anything home this week. Let me just check that and see if Amazon, what's going on with Amazon. Oh my gosh. Orders. Well, I don't know. Between the check I'm supposed to get in the mail and this refund, I'm just getting a little frustrated. Yeah, so far they didn't receive my refund or my item. So I stuck it in the locker, the Amazon locker, and they didn't receive it. Why did it take 30 days? I screenshotted every conversation with those chatters, by the way. Okay, Granny D will be right back. Sally, hello. Yeah, this weather is it's back and forth, up and down, warm and chilly. I feel another sneeze coming on, and I need to add on another thing of yarn because I'm done with this. Okay, so this is one skein of this Kobasi yarn. One skein so far. So I have another skein across the room there. And I believe I have another one down here. Yes, down here. Okay. I just like to do this little thing. Okay, so that's one whole ball of Kobasi yarn. And This is not exactly one whole. I would say this is a half. So this is how much it comes. So I got to add that second. I have three. I bought three balls of these. I think I might not have enough because one skein of this made almost 8 rows, and I need to make 12 rows times 2. So if one skein makes 8 rows, then 3 skein is going to make 24 rows. I might just have enough. I might be playing yarn chicken. That's a lot of stress to play yarn chicken. I don't want to have just enough. I want to have a little bit left over, but I don't want to have too much left over if I have to buy another skein. And then there's a whole dye lot factor. You know, I bought these skeins a long time ago. I doubt I'm going to get the same dye lot. I bought 3 of them because I had different plans for the yarn. And I wasn't feeling the pattern that I was doing. So I decided to just do something. Oh, VJ said bless me earlier. Thank you, VJ. I was able to take my return to a UPS store. Got my refund within a week. You know, that's another thing that I need to do. I'm waiting for another email from another item that I need to return to the UPS store. That email should have come over a week ago. I've checked my 2 emails. I've checked my spam on both email addresses. No email. So good thing I wrote down the confirmation number. I'm going to need to call the company and say, I need that email so you can give me directions on what to do to return this item. It's something I'm not going to get money for, but I will be charged if I don't return it. It's a my I switched internet companies, so my modem for the old company I need to return. So, and I don't want to be charged, but I would like to return that as soon as possible because I'm going to get pretty busy here in a bit. Thanksgiving is coming, and right after Thanksgiving, I'm going to try to decorate my house for Christmas. I'm going to try. But I'll be, like I said earlier, I have 7 whips going on. I have 7, so it would be nice if I can work on those and not be having to run around everywhere. Okay, yeah. She's saying that VJ is scheduled to be live right now. Let's go check on that and what's going on with that situation. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. So she is.
Hook crochet.
Oh, there she is. Okay. We are going to go raid VJ. If you haven't already, I'm going to put her link in the chat and then just go and say hi. And I'll see you on Thursday. Hopefully, we can have my brother back up again. And until then, take care and stay safe. I will see you on the streets, YouTube streets. Bye.